Life has a funny way of reflecting who we are back at us. What you see around you, the results you're getting, the feelings you wake up with every morning, they don't just happen by chance. They're a mirror showing you what's going on inside your mind. And if you want to change the outside, the first step is always to shift what's happening on the inside. Let me tell you something. Success doesn't start with action, it starts with thought. Your thoughts shape your beliefs. Your beliefs influence your decisions, and your decisions determine your actions. So if you're not happy with where you are right now, ask yourself, what have I been thinking about? What stories am I telling myself daily? Because here's the truth. You become what you think about most of the time. One of the biggest mindset shifts you can make is understanding that you are the architect of your life, nobody else. You might say, well, my circumstances aren't great. Sure, maybe they aren't, but blaming circumstances won't change them. Taking responsibility will. When you take ownership of your life, the good, the bad, and everything in between, you gain power. Power to create, to improve, to transform. Until you own your situation, no amount of advice, strategy, or motivation from others will truly stick. Another critical shift is learning to focus on growth instead of comfort. Comfort feels nice, doesn't it? But let me tell you, nothing extraordinary was ever achieved by staying comfortable. Growth happens when you push past the familiar, when you challenge yourself to do more than you did yesterday. It's uncomfortable, yes, but discomfort is the price of progress. If you want better days ahead, you've got to be willing to embrace some tough ones today. Now, here's something else that needs to change in your thinking. Stop waiting for perfection before you act. Too many people sit on the sidelines waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect version of themselves. Newsflash, it's never coming. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Action builds momentum, and momentum creates confidence. Confidence leads to bigger actions, and soon enough you'll look back and realize how far you've come. And while we're talking about shifts, let's talk about gratitude. Gratitude isn't just a warm and fuzzy feeling, it's a game changer. When you practice gratitude, you train your brain to notice the good things in life. Even in hard times, there's always something to be thankful for. Maybe it's the roof over your head, the food on your table, or simply the fact that you're alive. Another day to chase your dream. Gratitude flips your perspective. Instead of focusing on what's missing, you start seeing all that you already have. And trust me, abundance follows an attitude of gratitude. Here's one last mindset shift I want to leave you with. Stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison steals joy faster than anything else. Everyone is on their own journey, running their own race. Your only competition should be the person you were yesterday. Are you smarter, kinder, more disciplined? That's the benchmark. Progress over perfection. Growth over comparison. Keep your eyes on your path and let others handle theirs. So remember this, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thinking. Shift your mindset and you'll shift your world. Take responsibility, seek growth, practice gratitude, and keep your focus inward. These changes may seem small, but they carry enormous weight. Over time, they compound, creating a life you're proud of, a life that reflects the best version of you. Let's talk about one of the most overlooked, yet powerful shifts you can make, embracing failure as part of the process. Now, I know what you're thinking. Failure doesn't sound like something anyone would willingly embrace. It stings. It feels personal. And honestly, nobody likes to fail. But here's the thing. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every successful person has stumbled, fallen, and gotten back up again. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often comes down to how they handle failure. Do they let it define them, or do they use it as fuel to keep going? Think about it this way. Every time you fail, you learn something valuable. Maybe it's a lesson about yourself, your approach, or even the world around you. Failure teaches resilience, patience, and humility. It forces you to adapt, rethink, and grow stronger. Without failure, there's no growth. So, instead of running from it, lean into it. Ask yourself, what can I take away from this experience? When you reframe failure as feedback rather than defeat, suddenly it loses its power to hold you back. Instead, it becomes a stepping stone toward where you want to go. Another mindset shift that can change everything for you is understanding the importance of consistency over intensity. A lot of people fall into the trap of thinking they need to work harder, longer, and faster all at once. They burn themselves out trying to achieve overnight results. But real progress doesn't come from bursts of effort. It comes from steady, consistent action over time. Think of it like watering a plant. You wouldn't dump a whole bucket of water on it one day and then forget about it for weeks, right? No, plants thrive when they get small amounts of water regularly. Your goals are the same way. Small, consistent actions add up to massive results over time. Show up every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Keep moving forward no matter how slow it feels. Consistency compounds in ways you might not see immediately, but trust me, it works. Now let's talk about focus. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, notifications, endless entertainment options, they all pull at your attention constantly. But here's the reality. If you want to improve your life, you have to protect your focus like it's gold. Focus is what allows you to turn your energy into tangible outcomes. Without it, you'll spin your wheels, getting nowhere fast. One of the biggest mindset shifts you can make is realizing that success isn't about doing more things. It's about doing fewer things better. Choose 1 or 2 priorities and pour your energy into them. Say no to the rest. This isn't easy, especially when everything seems urgent or important. But mastering the art of focus will pay off in ways you can't imagine. Speaking of focus, let's dive deeper into the idea of clarity. Clarity is the foundation of focus. If you don't know exactly what you're working toward, it's almost impossible to stay motivated. That's why another essential mindset shift is taking the time to define what truly matters to you. What are your values? What kind of life do you want to build? What legacy do you want to leave behind? These questions aren't just philosophical exercises. They're practical tools for shaping your future. When you have clear answers, decision-making becomes easier. You'll know which opportunities to pursue and which ones to pass on. You'll stop wasting time on things that don't align with your vision. Clarity gives you direction, and direction fuels motivation. But having clarity isn't enough if you don't pair it with belief. Belief is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Too many people sabotage their own potential because they don't believe they're capable of achieving their dreams. They doubt their skills, their worthiness, or their ability to overcome obstacles. Let me tell you something, belief is a choice. You don't have to wait until you feel confident to start believing in yourself. Start acting as if you already believe, and soon enough the feelings will follow. Surround yourself with reminders of your potential. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch videos. Immerse yourself in content that reinforces the idea that you can achieve greatness. Over time, your belief system will shift, and so will your reality. Another crucial mindset shift is learning to prioritize self-discipline over motivation. Motivation is wonderful, it gets you started, but it's unreliable. Some days you'll wake up feeling unstoppable, and other days you won't feel like doing anything at all. That's normal. What separates successful people from everyone else is discipline. Discipline means showing up even when you don't feel like it. It means sticking to your commitments regardless of your mood. It's not glamorous, but it's effective. Building discipline takes time, but the rewards are worth it. Start small. Commit to habits that support your goals, whether it's reading 10 pages a day, exercising for 20 minutes, or writing in a journal. Over time, these small disciplines will create incredible momentum. While we're on the topic of habits, let's talk about the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." While I'm not quoting him directly, the principle holds true. The people around you influence your thoughts, your behavior, and ultimately your results. If you're surrounded by negative, unmotivated individuals, chances are you'll adopt some of those traits. On the flip side, if you surround yourself with positive, driven people, their energy will rub off on you. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who inspire you to be better. Spend less time with people who drain your energy or discourage your ambition. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your mindset, so choose wisely. Here's another powerful shift. Stop waiting for external validation. Many people tie their self-worth to what others think of them. They crave approval, applause, or recognition before they feel confident in their abilities. But here's the truth. Seeking validation from others is a losing game. You'll never satisfy everyone, and chasing external praise will only leave you feeling empty. True confidence comes from within. It comes from knowing your value, trusting your journey, and staying committed to your vision, even when no one else believes in it yet. Shift your focus inward. Celebrate your wins, acknowledge your progress, and remind yourself daily of your unique strength. When you validate yourself, you free yourself from the need for others' opinions. Let's also address the concept of time. Time is one of the few resources we can't get back, yet so many people waste it without realizing it. An essential mindset shift is viewing time as your greatest asset. How you spend your minutes determines the quality of your life. Are you investing your time in activities that bring you closer to your goals? Or are you letting it slip away on distractions and trivial pursuits? Treat your time with respect. Set boundaries. Learn to say no to things that don't serve you. Be intentional with how you allocate your hours. When you view time as precious, you naturally become more productive and purposeful. Now let's shift gears slightly and talk about gratitude again, but from a different angle. Earlier I mentioned practicing gratitude for the present moment, but it's also important to express gratitude for the challenges you face. Yes, you heard me right, the challenges. Hardships are blessings in disguise because they teach you lessons you wouldn't learn any other way. They reveal your weaknesses so you can strengthen them. They test your resolve so you can prove to yourself that you're capable of overcoming adversity. When you frame difficulties as opportunities for growth, they lose their sting. You begin to see them not as roadblocks but as stepping stones. Gratitude transforms your perspective, making it easier to navigate tough times with grace and determination. Another key mindset shift is recognizing the power of visualization. Visualization isn't just some woo-woo technique reserved for athletes or artists. It's a scientifically proven tool for achieving success. When you vividly imagine yourself accomplishing your goals, you program your subconscious mind to work toward them. Your brain can't distinguish between real experiences and imagined ones. So visualizing success tricks it into believing it's possible. Spend a few minutes each day picturing your ideal future. See yourself succeeding, feel the emotions associated with that success, and immerse yourself in the details. The more specific you are, the more powerful the effect. Visualization primes your mind to spot opportunities and take inspired action. While we're on the subject of imagination, let's discuss creativity. Creativity isn't limited to painters, writers, or musicians. It's a skill everyone can develop. Whether you're solving problems, designing systems, or finding innovative ways to reach your goals, creativity is essential. Unfortunately, many people believe they aren't creative because they haven't nurtured that part of themselves. But creativity is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Challenge yourself to think outside the box. Experiment with new approaches. Don't be afraid to fail. Remember, failure is just another form of feedback. By shifting your mindset to view creativity as a tool for growth, you'll unlock new possibilities you didn't know existed. An equally important mindset shift is adopting a long-term perspective. So many people get caught up in short-term gratification, chasing quick fixes, instant rewards, or immediate pleasures. But lasting success requires patience and perseverance. Think about planting trees. The person who plants an oak tree knows they likely won't live to see it reach full maturity. Yet they plant it anyway, knowing it will benefit future generations. That's the kind of mindset you need to cultivate. Make decisions based on their long-term impact, not just their short-term appeal. Delayed gratification is hard, but it's also incredibly rewarding. Invest in yourself, your relationships, and your future. and you'll reap the benefits for years to come. Let's touch on the importance of balance. Balance doesn't mean splitting your time equally between work, family, health, and hobbies. It means prioritizing what matters most at any given moment. Life is dynamic, and your needs will change over time. Sometimes you'll need to focus intensely on your career. Other times you'll need to step back and recharge. The key is being flexible and listening to your intuition. Burnout happens when you neglect your well-being in pursuit of achievement. Success without fulfillment is hollow. Strive for harmony, not perfection. Take care of your physical, mental, and emotional health, and you'll find that everything else falls into place. One final mindset shift I want to highlight is the power of giving. Giving isn't just about charity or generosity. It's about creating abundance in your life. When you give your time, energy, or resources to help others, you open doors for reciprocity. Opportunities flow to those who contribute value. Plus, helping others feels good. It reminds you of your capacity to make a difference. Whether it's mentoring someone, volunteering your skills, or simply offering a kind word, acts of service enrich both your life and the lives of others. Give freely, and watch as abundance returns to you in unexpected ways. As you continue on your journey, remember that mindset shifts aren't one-time events. They're ongoing processes. Growth requires constant reflection, adjustment, and refinement. Be patient with yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight, but every small step counts. Stay curious. Keep learning. Surround yourself with positivity. And above all, trust in your ability to evolve into the best version of yourself. So here's the takeaway. Every great change in your life begins with a shift in your mindset. The thoughts you nurture, the beliefs you hold, and the actions you take shape the person you're becoming. You have the power to rewrite your story one thought at a time. Start small, stay consistent, and trust the process. Remember, growth is not always loud. It's often quiet, steady, and deeply transformative. Keep pushing forward, because the best version of you is waiting just around the corner. Now go out there and create the life you deserve, one mindset shift at a time.